What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We got episode 3 of the offseason, and this one we are going over the American South. So we'll be covering Charleston State. A lot of fans love Greenville, Georgia A&M, Fort Lauderdale. I teased Fort Lauderdale, so we'll have to show them.
Don't forget about Cape Coral.
Oh yeah,
everybody's favorite.
I forgot about them.
How many players did they lose last year or this year?
Like
a handful,
like 6.
Yeah. So we'll see how that.
I forgot about Cape Coral. I always forget about them. Oh, well, hey, they're pretty bad. 1-11's pretty bad, sir.
Yeah, they got their fans though.
All right. Well, Daytona State will cover them too. So I didn't know who I wanted to go through first, so we're just gonna go in order.
Okay.
Charleston State will cover first. All right, guys, so just like last time, let's go over the depth chart first, and then we'll go over the recruiting board. Let's see what we got. So DJ Watt's still the starting quarterback. Corey Stillman, don't think he's going to win the job, even though they're, you know, he might get a +6 and he might get a +5. They'll be the same overall, but DJ Watt should be the starter.
He's the future.
Chaz Poole and Dante Rose will be your double set in the running back. Tyler Welch is coming on strong at freshman. And Antonio Steele.
You got to get him involved.
I know
they like to run the ball, but
do a whole lot.
Good player. You got to throw.
21 receptions.
Right.
He's being wasted.
Yeah.
Drew Hardy, Terrence Vaughn. So they got some weapons here. Austin Koch, Smiley, Wilkinson, Tyler Cobb, Daniels. They're a solid team, guys. So they should be better than they were last year. For sure. They should definitely be one of the favorites in the South. Look at the corners. Joe Tucker, Carlos Richards.
How about down the depth chart? Corners.
Roger Sutherland. Sophomore.
Pretty young.
Yeah, they're a very, very balanced squad for sure. So as far as recruiting goes, it's kind of...
Well, they didn't lose too much, right, last year? So it's going to be hard for them to really fill out a class.
It's really just get your best guys.
Right. With the amount of players they have returning, they really don't have a lot of room. So probably not going to have a big class in terms of numbers, but you want to make your signees count in terms of quality over quantity. So.
Exactly. Brad Bass, nice little free safety there. Ryan Lawrence, just trying to go to all of our schools.
Oh, yeah. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's one of us. There you go.
He's a good guy.
68 overall, but he's a JUCO, you know.
There's room for JUCOs.
There is. Center, Raymond Keith. Definitely need that. But we're looking at wide receivers, and we're going to try to get the Swamp Foxes to feel the need to throw the ball a little bit more.
Well, do you think they should work elsewhere, though? Or no?
I don't. 3,400 on Quentin Maynard. I mean, look at the wide receivers right here. 3 sophomores, 4 juniors. Antonio Steele's probably leaving after this year. He's probably going to be all pissy because they don't throw him the ball.
Okay.
Drew Hardy, probably the same thing. Yeah, I mean, a 95 overall wide receiver, and he hasn't requested the transfer. 21 receptions. They don't use him.
Right. They like to run. You know, they do the flex bone kind of look. So maybe they'll open up a little bit. Now, Jamal Coleman, the Bantams are going hard after him too. So we'll see if Charleston can land him.
Well, this guy's a beauty. Clarksville, Swamp Foxes, Cape Coral, Ohio Western, and Michigan.
Yeah, we seem to attract a personality type, I guess. So people that want to play for our teams.
I guess. Donnell McDonald. Don't know if we're going to get him. Gamecocks.
Is he worth that much, though?
I'm going to probably move that because, you know.
What about Hicks?
1,000. Probably not okay. Another JUCO.
Well, they need...
Shelby. They don't... We're already really far in with Quentin Maynard. I think.
What about Thomas?
He's out of the question. 4,100.
They could go after him. Pray that he turns out to be good.
Which is not likely. But Jason Blanco. Good.
He's too far out.
Yep, he's way far out. Craig Sanders. Let's actually do something cool, guys. Let's do something cool right
You
here.
want to go after Coleman harder?
Boink.
It might pry him away.
Yeah, it could pry him.
Might be worth it.
74 overall defensive tackle. Yeah. Because basically what we did, guys, even on last episode, before we did all this, we put guys that were about 15, 20% interest, that were low on the interest board, haven't made up their minds yet. Those are the easiest guys to try to sway, because you're not going to sway guys that are 79% committed already to figuring out where they're going to go. So if we went back to the recruiting board, there's not much else that you're going to find other than these types of players. So you take what you can get. Hopefully we can pry this guy away. 48, 40 should be okay. But 6-6, gotta get better there. All right, let's check out. Well,
no, you want to just do Daytona, and then I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll do mine.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I only had 2 teams in the South. I just found that out.
Yeah, the South is a cool division, so.
Oh. Yeah, of course. Just like you were saying in the opening video.
Oh yeah.
Video number 1. You were saying if it's my logo, it's a cool team. You guys will know. Yeah. All right. So checking out. Look at this. Ty Morrow, Donnie Clarkston, and Robin Barksdale. Same old quarterbacks coming back. Sophomore Ty Morrow, 91 overall. So we look to have him a bigger year than next year.
20 picks.
Than last year. I meant.
Well, he'll be a 99 probably next season.
Yeah, so. Look at that. 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns, 20 receptions. I do the same stuff with Deshaun Watson in Madden.
Oh.
I have an interception problem. Brandon Worthington, 88. Ray Salas, 77. Brian Temple. So it's pretty much the same team coming back. Claiborne, Picoletti, Callahan, Armstrong. Look for Jordan Leak to get more involved this season, and look for him to really progress. So Jordan Leak, I love Jordan Leak. 13 receptions, 1 touchdown. So he's all right.
So receivers probably okay for now.
Yep.
You got Rucker and Nichols.
Well, Rucker is better than both of these fools.
Yeah, you need a tight end really bad.
Really, really bad. 80 speed though for Cody Rucker. Not too bad. What's his catch rating? 68. So he's the same thing as Nichols and Curtis, but yeah, man. Tight end cost its games. In particular, that overtime game.
Yeah.
Or well, no, not the overtime game. The
which one?
Right. The game against Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Or was it Georgia A&M?
He made a touchdown catch against Georgia A&M, but somebody dropped.
It was Georgia A&M.
Oh, he dropped against Fort Lauderdale.
I don't know, guys.
He dropped the touchdown.
Which one was it?
It was Armstrong, wasn't it?
Armstrong caught it. But you guys
How about defensive tackle depth?
Well,
what do you got?
Senior, junior. Yeah, so defensive tackle. So defense is still an issue, guys. Gabe Siegel, freshman. Yeah, defensive ends are an issue. Linebacker. RJ Bush turns into a pretty solid player, but
so's Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz turns into a 90 player. Cameron Pittman. Yeah, guys, it's not.
What do they have?
Look at this. Oh my gosh!
Hold on.
Oh.
How about linebacker? Because when they do the auto depth chart, they put people kind of out of position. So what is the?
Well, I already did this.
I know they put people out of position though. So what do you look like at linebacker? Outside linebacker. They put defensive tackles there. So click A. And you can see what you have. So
we don't have anything.
Right. You got some bad players there. Okay, so you need linebackers.
Yeah, linebackers and ends. Cornerbacks.
Awful.
Pretty bad, guys.
Newell's out there.
I know. He tries his hardest. He tries to go both ways. Chris Houston, 80 overall. Oh my goodness, guys. This is why I love doing Daytona State, though. This is why I love doing it. Because when we build them up to be something, it's fun. So, with that being said...
Tackle, linebacker, quarterback.
Pretty much.
And tight end.
So...
And the rest of the team.
Yeah, okay. Water boys.
Let's see what we got.
So, defensive end. Mark Brown. Pass rusher from Arizona. Jeff Boone. Nice. Good little depth there as a JUCO. Justin Pittman. Chuck Johnson, JUCO. Kevin Smith, 63 overall. That's good for us.
You got a couple DBs.
Seth Washington, that's good for us as well. Rocky Webb, that's a solid pick, 66. Cedric Ross, Brandon McKinley. So we really hit defensive end hard. Hit the secondary hard.
You might have to move one of those guys to play tackle.
Right.
You might have to move somebody to play tackle.
Look at Jared Fry right there, 5'11", 68 overall. And then we got Eric Morton and Todd Roberson for running back depth as well. So we did do pretty well recruiting wise, I thought. It's a pretty good class.
The linebackers though.
Have to figure it out next year, I guess. But that's what we're really doing, guys. We're really hitting home with Paul Lindsay, 75 overall tight end. Ty Morrow needs a tight end.
Right.
Ben Nichols, I mean, had a pretty okay season, but you know, those drops really hurts.
Yeah, I'd say.
But 66 catching with Paul Lindsay, that will only get better though. I mean, he's a freshman with 66, and
yeah, you gotta like his potential. 75 freshman, so maybe you need a little more in Scott. Though.
Yeah, we'll take some off of Lindsay. Maybe get him down to at least.
I'd keep going up.
86. Yeah,
well, you got a comfortable lead, but
yeah, 2,000. We should be fine. So, but Marcus Scott could help us as well. So, but that's where we're at. That's where Daytona State's at. I liked the class that we got, but now we really need to hit the home run and get Paul Lindsay and that linebacker. So that's where Daytona State is. So who do you want to do now? Who do you want to do?
Coral. Quite Coral. And well, because it was CPU that was doing the recruiting, it's probably not as good as it's not an optimal class for what they had. However, for a 1-11 program, this is a really good class. As you can see here, you see Joe Knox at corner, and probably all these guys are going to start.
It might be better than Daytona State's class.
I don't know about that. Then you got Reggie Hill, Daniel Evans, maybe a potential threat. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah. Tackle there, tight end Morris. They need a tight end now that Pryor's gone. Blake Young, defensive tackle. These guys are more projects down here. And, you know, Cape Coral didn't really lose anybody, so they're trying to stuff up that class. And they're going after this guy, Cedric Clark. This guy would be big if they can land him. And I'm thinking maybe that they should try it. What do you think?
Huh. Cedric Clark.
Let's make a push for him.
Ooh, my goodness. Well, yeah, I mean, athletes. You need all the athletes you can get.
Right. And, you know, they need a stud player to really cap off the class, I think. So, and, yeah, I mean, as we went over, decent recruiting class. That'll get them over the hump a little bit. Like we said, they didn't lose anybody. So, a lot of guys are returning. There wasn't a lot of room to begin with, so. And I think a lot of these guys are probably going to play right away.
Right.
Also.
Yeah, like Reggie Hill. Probably Jesse Albert will play. I know Joe Knox will probably play.
Yes. So that was a big draw, I think, for a lot of these guys.
Yep.
And, yeah, we'll keep an eye on this, see if they get Clark. That would be interesting.
Which is an interesting thing, because you guys will see in just a moment Fort Lauderdale's recruiting class. And Daytona State wasn't able to grab a lot of these players that Cape Coral did. And you know, you'll probably think like, how in the world did Cape Coral draw 67 overall players in Daytona State? Barely got 67 overall players. They mostly got around 62s, 66s.
Yeah, it's Ron Zook, man. He's a good recruiter.
That's what he does.
So, yeah, a ton of underclassmen. There's freshmen up and down the depth chart last year, so now these guys are sophomores. A lot of juniors now as well. So, there's your boy. Lanzio. Rayshawn Lauderdale's back. Chester Fleming. Costa and Bianchi. Yeah, a lot of guys coming back. Those freshmen, they'll find room on there for sure. And let us go to Phantoms here. All right, depth chart. It's gonna be Jason Brothers. Hey, as we said with Tebow, this sets up perfectly for him because Brothers they'll be one and done as a starting quarterback, and then Tebow will just take over from there. Julio Brown's back. Running back, they look okay. They probably need to get somebody. Wide receiver is going to be a weak spot in the future, so they definitely need some wideouts. Tight end's okay. Looking at tackle. Pretty young at tackle, so. Defensive end. Pretty good on D-line. Linebacker's good.
McQueen's back.
Yeah, that's big. Brandenburg. Yeah, we got to get Brandenburg a name too. And yeah, Tavell McQueen is a senior, as well as Ramsey. Carey. And a little light at safety, I would say. Alright, so we'll see what they got here. Pretty good class for Greenville for sure. And as you can see here, we'll get to that in a second. But, you know, obviously trying to address the safety there. Getting some wideouts. Got Eric White. They're going after Moss and Dowdell. And Allen, I think we're going to sacrifice him and try to get...
Sacrifice, huh? That's a good word there. Good choice of words. That's huge. Brandon Brown, yeah, 71 overall.
So they got Pearson and Brown. And as you know, if you're looking at the depth chart at wide receiver, they're going to lose some talent over the next couple years. So they got to restock.
So you're going to get Alan Tebow with all these guys. And then Justin Bullock, 66 overall.
Yeah. And then we're going to spread the love a little bit here. Try to pick up some extra guys. We'll see what
Greenville is... They're... basically what I'm getting the feel here with Greenville is that they're saying we're going all in, we are not going to stop. They're being very tenacious to try to take out Georgia A&M.
Yeah, you can look at it that way. So, and let me see. Yeah, I want to go over wide receiver again, so we'll just... Yeah, so you're O'Brien, Agnew, Washington, and there's Pruitt at tight end. So basically next year, all they're going to lose their top 3 receivers this year. They'll have Fortunato and McTaggart coming back. So yeah, they need some help at receiver long term, not short term, but long term. And I think they will be happy with this class. All right, let's look at Georgia A&M.
Yeah, after we just mentioned Greenville's push to take on head-to-head at Georgia A&M, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, and they lost a ton. But this was a very deep team last year, and they're probably going to restock, I think. So you can see here, J.R. Loskamp will be the heir apparent. Hopefully for 4 years, we'll see.
you have a story about J.R. Loskamp and Tebow after Paxton Murphy, and a long time ago, our dynasty between Ohio Western and Georgia A&M.
Yeah, I was excited about Loskamp, and he was designed to take over the role after one season, and he ended up transferring, even though he had the job secure. You know, I slapped a red shirt on him, and then he transfers to Duke. And then I was like, are you kidding me? So I tried to throw everything at him to get him to stay, and he didn't do it. Which then put Tebow in as the quarterback, where he would go on to win a national title. So, you know.
So Tebow, basically what you're saying is that
Tebow stole Loskamp's thunder because Loskamp made a terrible decision.
Right. But the point I'm trying to make here,
and then this year it's reverse.
I'm trying to make here to these people is that you've got Loskamp, who left, was supposed to be the guy, and then you were stuck with Tebow, who ended up winning a championship, and now you've got a situation where Greenville lost in this dynasty to Georgia A&M off of a couple lucky bounces, and John Michael Schultz struggled in that game. And now you've got quarterback Alan Tebow going to Greenville.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Instead of Loskamp transferring, you had Tebow transfer, and now Georgia A&M has
Loskamp.
Well, Loskamp. Yeah. So now you got Tebow versus a Loskamp type of situation here.
Definitely interesting. And I think Brady Wheeler, did he win the Heisman that year?
I have no idea.
I don't remember, but he was a big piece. So let's see, running back. Interesting. Kevin Lake. Our story with Kevin Lake is he's kind of like the walk-on guy that everybody just kind of cheers when he gets in. Like, he doesn't deserve to play at this high of a level. But I mean, yeah, he's a 74 sophomore, so. But he's kind of like the Rudy of the group.
He's a grinder.
Yeah, once he gets in there and he like scores fourth quarter touchdowns, everybody goes nuts. He's that kind of player. All right, so at wide receiver we got Randolph Sessions, Butler Lewis, Goodlow. So this is what Loskamp gets to come back to. They're pretty much still loaded. You got Bateman, Micah Gonzalez, Lasco. So they're pretty much set at wide receiver for a while. Obviously, can't hurt to add a player once in a while. You got Bosron and Carter back, so tight end pretty much set. Bosron starting left guard. Let's go down there. Keller. Ooh, so they need some linemen. They have no guards currently.
Oh my goodness. Bosron starting at guard.
They got, let's see, 4, 5, 6. 6 offensive linemen on the roster. Let's see. Defensive end. Couple upperclassmen. Alright. So, yeah, just to give you a taste. Defense is getting older. For sure. Defensive back doesn't need too much help right away, so with all that being said. So let's see here, you get like 4-star Colin Barnes out of Georgia, so kind of a hometown kid here. And they're gonna try to add another guard. I mean, why not, right? Might as well. Just keep doing it. Here we got one more guard. Witherspoon's a guard. Thomas, they're trying to pick up this guy, Sean Smith. I think they just want another piece there. This guy's gonna get cut. Possibly.
Oh yeah, I mean,
actually they don't have a third quarterback, so maybe he'll
he'll
squeak in there. So pretty good class for the Peach Panthers for sure. And the last team we're gonna do is Fort Lauderdale. And I would say they killed it on the trail, okay?
Yes, they did. Big time.
Let's see here.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that. That is insane.
That's pretty good.
Guard 73.
A lot of 70s. So they're upgrading the offensive line.
Okay.
And I want to point this out. Yes, that does say Richard Nixon.
But I was actually going to talk about Jerome Brown.
Jerome Brown, halfback?
Yeah, absolutely slaughtered the other Florida team.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a good one. He'll have to get involved in the passing game if he wants to put up numbers, though.
Well, Dylan Fernandez is gone after this season, but...
Yeah. I'm just saying, Casanova didn't do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Right.
And he's a pretty good player, so...
But, oh my goodness, guys. This is like the best. This is, out of everybody, I feel like that's the best recruiting class.
Yeah. Let's see here. They're going to try to add Grigsby at linebacker. And, oh yeah, let me get the depth chart here. Just see what they got. So they got Knowlton, Stratford, and Fernandez. And Kaminsky transferred, right?
Correct. Right. To Central Florida, I believe.
Central Florida, okay. And let's see. I got some younger blood there at running back. So, wide receiver is a big spot for them. Looks like they got 2 seniors with Pearson Briggs, or with Pearson Livingston. But
perfect place to transfer if you're a wide receiver. Daytona State and Cape Coral.
Oh yeah,
perfect places to go.
Why don't some of these guys do that? Maybe they want to win. You know, defense or offensive line looks pretty solid. Again, I mean, this is a pretty young team across the board. I'm not seeing too many seniors on defense either, so. Beauregard and Washington the third.
Coliano.
His brother was the captain on defense.
You had another Coliano?
There too.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Ackwood's back. Let's see, linebacker looking pretty solid. Reader, senior. Let's look at the defensive backs. You know, you got some youth there too, so not urgent. Chambers at safety. So just to give you a flavor of who's coming back. I'd say really this is kind of like a depth, kind of like a reload kind of draft.
It's a reload. I wouldn't say it's a depth. It's a reload.
They didn't really have anywhere to address completely. So
right, but they're looking pretty darn good.
Yeah, I just want to get Richard Nixon. It kind of even looks like him too. That could be an 18-year-old Richard Nixon right
there. Yeah. The fact that
he wasn't born in Iowa though.
Well, no, and he wasn't 6'5".
I don't think so. Alright, so that's what we got for the South, and we will see what happens.
Yeah. Alright guys, leave a like if you like this thing, if you like the way that the South looks, if one of your favorite teams, well, there's a lot of them in the South. Everybody seems to like Georgia A&M, Greenville, some Fort Lauderdale fans out there for sure. So Daytona State's got some ways to go. Cape Coral's got some ways to go. Top-heavy teams still look like they're going to be pretty top-heavy coming into next season as well. So, like I said, guys, leave a like if you like the direction of the teams, where they're going. You like it, you love it, you want more of it. Hit that little red subscribe button or my logo. And we will see you guys next Saturday for a recruiting recap, covering where everybody went, who signed, and what the teams are going to look like officially. So we'll see you guys next Saturday. Peace.